Salutations and fist bumps, folks. Welcome back to the grid. So let's talk about Black Panther, shall we? And specifically, let's talk about the full gamut of Black Panther from the beginning of this franchise, where we pick up in the Black Panther original movie. And that movie began a cultural phenomenon that I don't even think the MCU was prepared for yet. This movie then propels the MCU forward into stratospheres and places that no other movie had, because of the fact that we touch on the Black experience and the culture of everyone inside of Wakanda, specifically in the African culture. Inside of this movie, we get, although it's not a full authentic, because of, again, of course, the Americanized way of looking at this is totally different, and Wakanda is a fictional place. So yes, it's not exactly one-to-one, but the movie did bring us into a sphere of looking into the Black experience, culture, all of that, and doing it with a superhero feel that was very heartwarming and practically, for me, carried from the pages to real life because of the fact and the person of Chadwick Boseman. Speaking of, this movie's characterization of the Black Panther is largely known because of the work that Chadwick did as Black Panther. Again, I've said it on this channel, I'll say it again. The overall characterization of Black Panther was carried out because of the fact and the work that Chadwick Boseman did. Yes, I understand that there was a push for the recast T'Challa movement. I get it. We're not going to speak about it here too much because, again, what we're talking about here are the reviews and reactions of Black Panther, or Black Panther Wakanda Forever. But specifically in Black Panther, the first one, the reason why the world began to understand who Black Panther was, if you were not an avid comic book reader, the reason why is because of that character and because of the actor that carried out the personification of that character. Now, when he died, it left a huge void inside of the MCU, both in the world holistically because of the popularity of that character, but also in the hearts and the minds of fans everywhere. And so much so to the point where Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther and Black Panther Wakanda Forever, almost put his director's hat down because of his friendship and his passion and love for Chadwick Boseman, his friend. So all of that coupled into the melting pot that is the Wakanda Forever experience, when Chadwick Boseman died, the production was already happening. So we were already going to get a Black Panther Wakanda Forever anyway. So the story actually changed because it's been released now that Ryan Coogler was going to write this story or tell this story in a post Thanos era, where Black Panther T'Challa is basically mourning or grieving the loss of time because of he was blipped. He was taken out of the universe or whatever by Thanos' snap. So that was the original arc for Wakanda Forever. However, when Chadwick died, that all changed, and again, it almost drove Chadwick or Ryan Coogler to the point where he wasn't going to direct anything at all. But the story now changes, and the early reviews for the story are very promising, although I know a lot of people don't put a lot of stock into that stuff because some of them are paid. However, all of them have said the same thing. In my opinion, if there's a story that is pretty much solidified across all boards, it's usually when it's saying the same thing or everybody's on the same accord. Now, again, there can be differences of opinion, but for the most part, largely everything in terms of this movie has been pretty much positive. In fact, Twitter user reacts, Wakanda Forever is blockbuster filmmaking on another level. It surpasses the first film with high stakes and thrilling world building. Another Twitter user says, Wakanda Forever is fantastic. Coogler delivers a soulful, wondrous sequel that packs an emotional punch and effectively explores relevant world themes, which to me says everything that I need to know in terms of this movie. Am I going to go see it? Absolutely. There's no reason for me not to. And for those that have been saying a lot of misconstrued and saying that this movie is going to be crap or whatever because of the fact that, however you feel, you haven't even seen it yet. So how do you know? With the movie arriving in theaters this weekend on November 11th, just get ready for an emotional ride, and basically based on all of the early reviews and the embargo that is going to be lifted tonight and probably at 12 midnight. So you expect to see some reviews coming in. I'm expecting to see that those are also positive as well. If the early reactions are the same and they have been the same across the board, I'm expecting that to be pretty much the same here as well. So I'm interested to see what you guys are thinking about this movie as well. I think it's going to be amazing. I'm excited for it. I have my ticket already. My wife and I are going to be front and center. We're not front and center, but pretty close and to center. What do you guys think? I'm curious to know. Leave that down in the comments. If you like this content, go ahead and like the video. And until next video, blurt out.